Hello guys and welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, if you don't remember, we started getting introduced to this game's cast, and we were only properly introduced to about 5 of them, so in this episode, we're going to get introduced to everyone else. So this guy's voice actor is the voice actor for Shinjiro Aragaki in Japan. So that means that both Shinjiro's English and Japanese voice actor made it into this game. A lot of voice actors in the Danganronpa series also appeared in the Persona series, so that's, if you're a fan of Persona going into this, then that's something fun to look out for. And if you're a fan of Danganronpa who's checking out the Persona series for the first time, that's also something fun to look out for. His English voice actor is Eric from Zero Escape 3. He also voiced like a ton of different Persona characters, like I just mentioned, tons of overlap between Persona and this series. And he also voices Vector from the Sonic series, so I think that's fun. Anyways, in the anime, a couple things a little bit different about this guy. Anyways, he's the super high school level biker in the anime, and also his name is spelled O-H-W-A-D-A. So it's O-Wada, and I think that's just like another way of translating his name. His last name is a lot like Toko's first name, where you can translate it a ton of different ways. Like I've seen some places translated as O-O-W-A-D-A. That kind of makes it seem like it's pronounced Uwada, but I don't think Japan has like the double O's makes an oo sound effect, so it's just Owada. So yeah, Mondo Owada, huh? Which means he's the current leader of the largest biker gang in Japan. He's earned respect, even awe, from every gang in the country. He's the ultimate biker gang leader. Nice to meet you too. Oh yeah. I better be careful around him. One wrong word and I could wake up at the bottom of the sea. Nah, Mondo's cool, man. He's awesome. He's definitely one of those, like, seems tough on the outside, but he's a real softy at heart kind of guys. So yeah, Junko Enoshima, her Japanese voice actress is Yukari from Persona 3. So a lot of Persona 3 overlap here specifically. And also, I think for budget reasons, they had to reuse a couple of VAs. So in English, Junko's voice actress is the same voice actress as Toko. So just a little funny thing there. There are a ton of different ways that her ultimate talent has been translated in various different translations, because I think she's the super high school level gyaru, which is like a specific sort of like fashion style in Japan, and that doesn't really translate well over to English, so the official translation went with ultimate fashionista, and it has the same kind of feeling of like, you know, she's really into fashion and stuff like that, and fashion trends, and all that stuff. The anime calls her the super high school level fashion diva, which for some reason is a really funny, like, sort of translation, in my opinion. I don't know, just the word diva is really funny to me. Anybody would recognize this one. She's got more charm and presence than any high school girl in the country. She's the ultimate fashionista. I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Wow, just saying that to her face. Jesus, Makoto. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with, like, computers and junk? Oh, so they aren't real. Come on, don't act so surprised. You're gonna make me all depressed. It's totally normal these days to Photoshop the crap out of cover photos. If you're surprised by that, you'd be totally blown away by a certain dangerous little diva of ours. They make the eyes and junk super big and tweak the skin so it looks all ceramic and porcelain. Oh, so many dreams are getting crushed today. Can I ask your name? Her Japanese voice actress is Mio from K-On! Which I haven't watched the anime for K-On! Yet. I've read through like the first volume of the manga, but I haven't watched that yet. Her English voice actress is the voice for Aiba from I, the Somnium Files, and An from Persona 5. She's pretty tight-lipped, huh? Oh, but you know, her name didn't show up anywhere in that Hope's Peak Academy thread. And I did see that there were students like me. ones who didn't have any real identity or presence. Could this girl be one of them? So what are you doing at this school? What's that supposed to mean? No, it just meant, like, getting invited here means you're some kind of ultimate something, right? So what ultimate something are you? Why should I tell you? Huh? Well, I guess you don't have to tell me. No, I don't have to tell you, so I'm not going to. Nothing about her turned up online, so I was thinking maybe she got picked by chance like me, but... her face is like an iron mask. If she doesn't want to tell me anything, no point in asking.
どうも、はじめまして、藤崎千尋です。
So something that I learned about Chihiro recently is that her voice actor is also the VA for SpongeBob in Japan, which is pretty crazy. And with Chihiro, it's a similar situation in the English dub to Junko and Toko, where they had to reuse a VA. So Chihiro's voice actress is the same as Sayaka's. Sorry, I get kind of embarrassed when I introduce myself like this. Anyway, I hope we can get along. Same here. Nice to meet you. Huh? Maybe it's just my imagination, but have we met before? I don't think so. We just met for the first time, which is why I said nice to meet you. Oh, yeah. Good point. Sorry. You don't have to apologize for that. Oh, yeah. Chihiro Fujisaki is known for all the cutting-edge programs she's created. She's the ultimate programmer. She's also got that timid little bunny type thing going, which has endeared her to her legion of fans. Hey, so listen. I'm really sorry. Huh? What are you apologizing for now? Well, just 'cause you seemed upset. You must be mad at me, right? No, not at all. I was just lost in thought about something. Huh? Lost in thought? Yeah, it had nothing to do with me being upset or anything. Oh, that's good. I was afraid maybe you didn't like me. I'm glad. I'm starting to understand why our fans are so into her. There's a lot of stuff in the Danganronpa comic anthologies that ships Makoto and Chihiro together, which is kind of adorable. I think I'm definitely going to bring up the comic anthologies a lot because they're pretty funny, and I don't think a lot of people have read through them, so I'll just bring them up occasionally. So her Japanese voice actress is Metis from Persona 3, and her English voice actress is Morgana from Persona 5. Also, her talent in the anime is the super high school level swimmer, which, swimmer? I hardly know her. No. It's just a lot more straightforward way of saying it, and I think that is just like a straight up translation of what her talent is in the Japanese version. Aoyase Hina. She's been breaking records in every competition she's been in since elementary school. She's even been chosen as an upcoming Olympic cadet. She is, without a doubt, the ultimate swimming pro. The combination of her ability, appearance, and proportions has been widely discussed online. Ugh. The internet being the internet, unfortunately. So, what was your name again? Sorry, I totally forgot. Makoto Naegi. Oh yeah, I knew it was something like that. No, not something like that, it is that. Sure, here, I'll hammer it into my brain right now. Makoto Naegi. Makoto Naegi. She just kept repeating my name and moving her finger across her palm like she was writing something. What are you doing? You don't know? If you want to remember someone's name, you gotta write it on your hand 3 times. I've never heard of that before in my life. I feel like my voice for Makoto and Hina are getting like way too close to each other, so I'll have to figure out something to do. Hey, by the way, how do you spell your last name? You spell it exactly like it sounds. Well, I have no idea. I'll just figure it out later and write it down. Anyway, glad to meet ya. Sure, same here. Well, one thing I learned is that she's totally easygoing and bursting with energy. And our last 4 people. Celestial Luden... Huh? So, fun little fact, her voice actress is the voice actress for Tails in the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA from the 90s, which I don't know, is funny to me a little bit. Interestingly enough, her name in the anime is spelled, instead of ending with the letter G, it ends with CK, which I don't really know what the difference is between the spelling. I remember seeing somewhere, I don't know if this was like a fever dream I had or something, that apparently, like, the spelling with a CK is, like, a swear word or a bad word in another language. I don't know where I got that from, though, so don't quote me on that, because I could very well just be making it up, but I remember seeing that somewhere. I don't know where. Celestia Huh? Ludenberg. It is my name, but if you don't mind, I would prefer you call me Celeste. You are Japanese, right?
Huh?
Of course. Why do you ask? If you don't mind, could you tell me your real name? I don't know what you are talking about. Celestia Ludenberg is my real name, but as I mentioned, I would much rather you call me Celeste. She's polite, but pretty forceful at the same time. I don't think she wants to say any more about it. I guess the rumors in that thread were right about her. The self-styled Celestia Ludenberg. She's the ultimate gambler who's never lost a bet. Other than her obvious love of gothic Lolita clothes, everything about her is wrapped in a veil of lies. They say she entered and won an underground gambling tournament, earning the title Queen of Liars. She totally cleaned out the other players, taking their life savings and... I read that as taking their life for a second. Taking their life savings and laughing if she did. I look forward to getting to know you better. That smile is beyond deceptive. I better watch myself around her.
俺は葉隠康弘ってんだ。ねえ、ほどほどに頼むべ。
So, as you've noticed here, a few of the characters have, like, longer Japanese names, and I guess the translators were like, nobody knows how to pronounce Yasuhiro, so we need to call him Hiro for short. Which, I don't know, I feel like Yasuhiro is, like, one of the easier names to pronounce, because you just, like, look at it, and that's how you pronounce it. It's, like, 4 syllables. Kiyotaka, I feel like, is also fairly easy to pronounce, so I don't know why they went specifically for Taka there. I guess Aoi is the only real weird one from the bunch, because, like, I can see how someone might get confused on how to pronounce that. Honestly, this might just be me being a nerd, but I would have preferred if the translation had just, like, stuck to using their last names. Like, they don't even have to use, like, the honorifics and stuff like that, but just, like, but I don't know, just, like, calling the protagonist Naegi or calling this guy Hagakure is just, like, I don't know, I prefer that for a Japanese game. Yasuhiro Hagakure, known as Supernova in the psychic community, the trend-setting ultimate clairvoyant. He's called the super high school level fortune teller, I think, in the anime. Which, for some reason, for his talent, I always forget that he's not called the super high school level fortune teller, because that's like a big, like, bit with his characters, that he's a fortune teller. But yeah, clairvoyant, I guess, is also I guess that's also another way to put it. Honestly, I don't really get all that fortune-telling stuff. It's pretty much beyond me. Oh, I forgot to mention, Hiro's Japanese voice actor voices Odagiri in Persona 3. His English voice actor is Keiji Tang, who is awesome in pretty much all of the roles he does. He voices Kasuga in the Like a Dragon series. He voices EY in Persona 5. He voices Moma in The Somnium Files. And although I've only played a tiny bit of it, I know he voices Yako Furio from Rain Code. So yeah, both voice actors are awesome. Okay, I give up. Huh? What happened? I saw it. I looked right at it. Seriously, I totally saw it. Saw what? A guardian angel with a crazy perm chasing after a Bigfoot running off with a skyfish in its mouth. And that guardian angel is your guardian angel. Nah, I'm just kidding. But hey, we should grab some brewski sometime and get real deep into Lemuria and its civilization. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. What? We're not allowed to drink. We're in high school. Oh, I'm actually 21. I've been held back a few times, see, and, well, it's a long story. So funny little thing is that in the Japanese version, Hiro is 20, but they had to bump it up to 21 because the legal drinking age in the United States is 21 years old. And so, even though the joke is that he's old enough to drink, if they'd kept him his age that he was in Japan, it still would have been depicted like someone underage drinking, which I think is kind of funny. A few times? Yeah, I bet that is a long story. So, Byakuya's voice actor here is also the voice actor for Eric from Zero Escape 3. So no matter which dub you play on, there's no escaping Eric. He will find you in each dub. He's also the voice actor for Makoto Yuki, aka the male protagonist from Persona 3, and Byakuya's English voice actor I don't recognize from anything in particular, but I would like to mention a fun bit of trivia. A few years ago, Byakuya's English voice actor did this fun thing where, I forget the exact context, but basically if people did something, then they would be able to send in a line for him to read in Byakuya's voice. So there's tons of audio of him doing Byakuya's voice, reading out a bunch of funny lines. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, his talent, the ultimate affluent progeny, which feels like a bit of a mouthful, but it kind of makes sense because he's supposed to be like a stuffy rich guy, so it makes sense that he has this like grandiose like mouthful of an ultimate talent. He's called the super high school level heir in the anime, and I think it's been across the various fan translations. His talent is one of those where it's been translated like 1,000 different ways. My final fun bit of trivia here: on each of the characters, like all of their characters' designs has like some sort of pin or some sort of strange design on it, and that's supposed to represent the high school that each of the characters went to before Hope's Peak Academy. And Byakuya's high school is called Green Hills High School, which is a very obvious reference to the Sonic the Hedgehog games, which I don't know, of all of the characters to have a Sonic reference in them, I think Byakuya is like the funniest person to choose for that. Hi, nice to meet you. That's the most half-assed introduction I've ever heard. There isn't really anything I could do about it. Even among the Ultimate students, this one is special. Byakuya Togami is the heir apparent of his family's massive financial conglomerate. He's already started managing business operations, and his own personal assets are, well, vast. His title of Ultimate Affluent Progeny is completely accurate. He's the definition of exceptional. That's everything I learned about him from that Hope's Peak Academy thread online. We're done with introductions, right? How much longer are you going to stand there? Go away. I'm sick of looking at you. His aura says to me, you and I will never stand on the same level, like a king in training. This is our final character that we're being introduced to, Sakura Ogami. Much like how Mondo's last name, Owada, was spelled with an OH at the beginning in the anime, Sakura is the same way. It's spelled O-H-G-A-M-I. Speaking of the anime, her talent in that is the super high school level grappler, which I didn't even know what a grappler was before like looking into it, but it's like a martial arts thing, so it's like the same sort of thing here. The thing about Sakura is that she is very tall. I believe she's supposed to be 6'4" canonically, which is even taller than me. But yeah, Sakura is very cool though. I love her. She's awesome. Oh geez, I almost asked her if she was a guy. The day I say something like that out loud is the day I get turned into a human meatball. That just gave me the worst mental image. But now I remember. She competed in a martial arts tournament in America and won, despite being a girl. She's the ultimate martial artist. She's fought in over 400 matches and never lost a single one. The thread also said a bit more about her. Some call her Ogre. I think her nickname Ogre isn't just based on her being like buff and like stuff like that, but also because her name is Ogami. And I think the way you'd pronounce ogre in Japanese is Oga. So it's like the same as like the very beginning of her last name. Some even think she's the closest known relative to the primates, the famed missing link. Any incoming Hope's Peak students who are reading this, let me warn you right now. If you value your life, avoid her at all costs. Again, this is one of those characters where she seems like super tough and menacing on the outside, but she is one of the sweetest hearts in the entire franchise, so she's so cool. Standing in front of her now, I don't think they were exaggerating about that. Hey, you. Huh? Yes? Oh snap. I almost did Sakura's voice during the narration for some reason. I was just that ready to go into her voice. I snapped to attention without even realizing it. Then she started to poke and prod at my body. What do you... Muscular quality and quantity is right about that of an extremely ordinary high school student. What a shame. You're not at all fit to act as my training partner. I'm not sure that's such a shame for me. Also, I think, if I'm recalling right, I believe Sakura's English voice actress and Leon's English voice actor are married in real life, so that's very fun. And with that, all the introductions are done. Even though they're all ultimate, they each have their own individual sort of, something. Okay, time to get down to business. This is no time to stand around making friends like a bunch of dull-eyed baboons. Oh, that's true. I think someone said something about a bigger problem or something. What was that about? Well, you see... Makoto, you said a bunch of stuff happened and then you were just asleep, right? Well, the same thing is true for all of us. What? Seriously? Just after each of us got to the main hall, we lost consciousness. And when we came to, we were somewhere here in the school. That's what happened to you, right? But that's just weird, that every one of us would get knocked out like that. Exactly, and that's why we're all freaking out. And that's not the only thing. You saw where all the windows in the classes and hallways were, right? But instead of normal glass windows, it was a bunch of big metal plates. What's that about? Plus, all my stuff's missing, even my cell phone. Yeah, you're right. I haven't seen my PDA anywhere either. And then there's the main hall here. The front exit is completely blocked by some sort of giant metal hatch. But there wasn't anything like that when I first got here. What the heck? What's it doing there? Maybe we just got caught up in some kind of, like, you know, crime or something? What, like a kidnapping? You think maybe someone grabbed us and hauled us off and we're not actually at school? Come on, don't think like that. Cheer up. I also have to find a way to differentiate Hiro and Leon's voices because they're both like very similar for me for some reason. And I think this is just all part of the school's orientation procedure. Yeah, I'm sure that's it. So I'm just gonna take it easy for a little bit. Oh, so you think they wanted to do something to surprise us? Huh. Well, if that's all it is, it's nap time for me. I was up way too late last night, so I could use a little shut-eye. I could feel everyone's tension evaporating. But then, it began. The voice seemed totally out of place. It was so playful, so completely unconcerned. I couldn't help but feel a deep unnerving dread at the sound of it. It was like hearing someone laugh at the scene of an accident. What the hell was that just now? Well then, if you'll excuse me. Hey, what, you're just gonna take off like that? Oh yeah, now I get it. This whole thing was just to get us all pumped up for the entrance ceremony. Man, thank God it was all a joke. I'd be totally freaked out if it was real. Alright, guess I'll head out too. Wonder what they got planned for us next. Damn, I was totally looking forward to that nap too. Why'd they have to go and kill the mood? Wait for me, I want to go with you. That is that then. I will see you while there. Not that anyone cares, but I'm gonna go too. For some reason, every single person has to mention that they're also going to be going to the entrance ceremony. Everyone took off for the gym, but I froze where I stood. That uneasy feeling I'd had before. I couldn't get it out of my mind, and it looked like I wasn't the only one. This doesn't seem right. Yeah, that announcement was totally weird. Maybe, but just staying put doesn't mean we'll be safe. Besides, aren't you guys just a little bit curious to find out what's going on around here? If we do not move forward, we learn nothing. The only choice is to push ahead. I guess she's right, but still I'm really nervous. We don't have a choice. We have to go. They said to go to the gym, right?
Danganronpa.